Now, answering your questions about the law and legal issues. This is Legal Break with attorney Gary Bruce.
Hello there and welcome. Welcome, Gary.
Good to be here.
Yes,
Thank you.
good to see you again.
Good to be here.
Let's pull up this week's question. Gary, you hear about lawyers being available 24/7 and being able to help with your medical needs after an accident. Is that really true, and how does it work?
All right. Well, let's just talk about the 24/7 thing.
Yeah.
So it's rare I ever get a call, or my office does, at 3 a.m. And generally then even I don't get that call. I mean, I can't even imagine, and I'm here, you know, I can't even imagine some guy with offices all over the world is going to be picking up the phone.
Right.
The good news is that it can probably wait, because there's very little a lawyer's going to do for you at 3 a.m., you know. The bad news is that it can probably wait. It takes forever to get things done, you know, so there isn't anything we can do at 3 a.m. But after hours happens, people call after 5 a good bit, and those are patched through, and we have our lawyers take those calls, and you know, we do deal with business after 5 and on weekends and all that. But the 24/7, you know, is a little bit of a, you know, nobody's really calling at 3 a.m.
Right.
Occasionally,
Yeah.
but there's not much that's going to happen. I think people recognize that, and that's why they don't call.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, so I guess to follow up with that, when should someone call, and what questions should they ask?
Yeah, well, it should call when you're comfortable, you know, before you give statements to other people. You call if you have questions. There's no obligation generally with anybody's office. You can call and talk to a lawyer a little bit about just general questions, and we don't mind answering kind of what's going on questions, or what should I do next, or who should I call, or what should I get out of my car when I go to, you know, retrieve stuff, or, you know, how do I deal with the property damage? I mean, that's routinely
Some of the things you don't
stuff
think about, maybe.
Yeah, you know,
yeah.
or people do, and they just don't feel comfortable with it. I think kind of that's the help. You know, we also do have knowledge. That's what we do. We know who's available, whose office you might call for help. Generally, I tell people to call their family doctor first, you know, but but sometimes that's not the best option for them, depending on what circumstances are. So, you know, there are times to call. There is a time to call. You don't always need a lawyer, but the good news is that you can generally get some advice about how to handle the situation.
Yeah.
Maybe not at 3 a.m. You're probably going to get the call back in the morning. But hey, we got somebody answering the phone, so
Let's hope you don't need
Go ahead.
don't
Go
need
ahead and
a
call.
lawyer at 3 a.m.
yeah,
Right? All
for
right.
what we do, it's usually not an issue.
Okay. Thank you so much, Gary. We'll see you on the very next legal break.